there are two bands of muscle you need to get through. Sphincter 1 and sphincter 2. And sphincter 1 tends to be a little bit easier. Sphincter 2, it's like the guard at the gate is right there going, I'm not sure I'm going to let you in. And it's also where a lot of people feel the most discomfort when it comes to anal play is that second sphincter muscle, which is why we use lots of lubricant and we go slow. Now some of you, you've got a pretty open root chakra and a woman's going to put her finger right at the opening and your base is just going to go, will just suck her right in. And that's wonderful. Congratulations. The rest of us, however, me included, need a lot more time and need a lot more patience. And what I like to do is if you just come and bring a finger, and you might just only be using your middle finger or your index finger, most likely. They're the longest, so it's easier to reach his prostate gland with these fingers. But he's a success if he can only take the tip of your pinky. Okay, so we're totally honoring where his body is at. Everyone is unique, and so you might just bring a finger to the opening. Now before you enter, you want to make sure you do a lot of massage. So there's the center of the anus, and then there's the ring around the anus. So you want to do light circles around the ring, and then pressing, not poking, pressing. So you're using the length of your fingertip, not the tip, the pad. And you can do little pressure points in the 4 directions. As you just kind of knead it and open it. And I start that, you'll see in the demo, even when Matt's laying down on his belly, I'll start to work and open up his cheeks. I'll dribble a little bit of oil down the crack of his bum. I'll take the side of my hands and I'll jiggle, creating some indirect pressure to the anus that's not invasive. Never am I going to be invasive. I'm going to be subtle and gentle. So as you just knead and press and you're just helping it relax, you're easing the tension on the outside. And then I'll bring my finger to the opening, and before first I'll ask permission if I can enter, and then I'll ask him to breathe me in. So guys, I want you to imagine that you can sip her in like a straw, like you're just sucking up this beautiful nectar. And that's going to help you feel like you're in control of the experience, where like you're really participating in the body opening. So use your breath. On the inhale, pull her in. On the exhale, hyper relax your pelvic floor. Inhale, breathe her in, and then hyper relax your pelvic floor. Ladies, you're going to just let the tissue guide you. You're going to let the folds just guide you in. So it's like, imagine that there's a magnet at his prostate gland. And so the tissue is just opening and allowing you to get closer and closer. What can help is if you put micro movement, super micro pressure to the 4 directions. North, south, east, west. Then you might want to get more lubricant. Then you come back. And micro movements to the 4 directions to help open up the anus. You might do that as you work your way in 4 or 5 times. What I like to do is I just work with his breath. And I let the tissue guide me in instead of me pushing in. I do very little pushing. I do guiding. If there's a hemorrhoid that's super inflamed, probably not the best night to do root chakra work, but what you can do is energetically send love and light to the hemorrhoid and imagine that you're shrinking the hemorrhoid. It's getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So don't be afraid to cradle him, to bring a light finger and just keep holding the anus as you imagine that you can shrink the hemorrhoid. If it's just an old hemorrhoid and it's not inflamed, how you enter the root chakra is you're just not going to press on that side. You're going to allow the rest of the anus to guide you in. And you're just going to go around the hemorrhoid. And it shouldn't hurt at all. If there's some stinging or burning on your way into the root chakra, take a pause. Breathe. See if you can make the sound of the feeling, and then on the count of 3, together, 1, 2, 3, he pushes you out. Now ladies, if he pushes you out, you don't leave. You push out, but you keep your finger at the anus. So you still have got some energy and some contact. It can feel really awful to have somebody rip their finger out of you. Whether you're in a yoni or in an ass, make sure that you're slow, that you're conscious. And men, it feels wonderful to actually push out. For some of you, if this is a new experience, all you've ever had is experiences where you've been full, and so your intuition is to want to push out. And that's the same with root chakra the first time. You feel kind of full, and so there's a feeling of wanting to bear down and push out. That's natural and normal. If after you have been pushed out, explore the feeling of empty. I was full, and now feel the relief of being empty. And then ladies, ask him again, may I please enter you? Because there's a powerful moment, men, where you can say yes. You can say yes again. Yes, I want a whole, happy chakra. I want to release the tension from my base. I want to be free here. Feel, breathe, make a sound, and then you can push her out again. This is especially helpful if you've had any trauma having to do with sexual abuse. It's really freeing because you get to have this experience of claiming your root chakra. 1, 2, 3, push out, mine. May I come back in? Hell yes. You know, and then you get to go through the experience. You get to continue exploring, claiming this chakra as happy and holy and healed and safe.